Patrick Smith. I'm with Aero Media Pros. What we do here at our company is aero filming, and then we also build the copters for people who are looking to get into the film industry. I met Ray 99, 2000. Back then I was part-time in the Marine Corps. I was working in Kirby Vacuums. Really wasn't going anywhere. I was stationed down in San Diego, and I'd always seen Ray in magazines. I'd seen Ray in seminars and stuff, and really saw his people and what he was able to create with his people, and it just seemed that they were always doing something that was successful. You know, they seemed to be happy all the time. They seemed to be making money, and where I wasn't making money. You know, it was about 200, 250 bucks a week, and I always wanted the better things. I always wanted to be able to make what back then was $1,000 a week, man. If I could make that like these people in the magazines, I would be really excited and happy about that. But before I quit Kirby, I wanted to try and go meet Ray. So I talked to my boss back then and I said, hey, I want you to send me to go meet Ray. I want to go work with him for a month. And he made the arrangement and said, okay, go ahead and do it. You're going to have to pay for it out of your own pocket, though. I was like, hey, it was worth it just to be associated with that, to be able to get that type of training and what Ray was teaching to his people. That's what I wanted to be a part of. I went down, I met with Ray, and I think it was after a brief meeting. He basically told me, hey Patrick, you give me 30 days of everything you got, I guarantee I'll make you a success. And he said 2 rules. 1, I couldn't quit for those 30 days. And 2, I had to be positive at all times, no matter what. But it was commission only, so I was like, well, what if I don't sell anything? And he was like, you broke rule 2 already. what if you do sell stuff? I went back home. At that time, all I had money-wise was like a dirt bike and quad. So I had to get a hotel to go and live up there for 30 days to train with them. So I sold my dirt bike and quad. That gave me enough money to go and get the Motel 6. And for the next 30 days, I committed to play full out with Ray. And I'll be damned, at the end of it, I think my first week's paycheck was like $2,000 and something.
I remember.
You go from You go from $200 to 10 times that in 1 week. I was flabbergasted, but I still had another 3 weeks to go, and we worked 31 days straight, so I didn't have time to go to the bank. By the end of that month, it totaled over $9,000 that I'd make. So that was my introduction to Ray, and from there it's just been nonstop. So I hadn't talked to Ray, and it's been years, I think, and I'd gone through a point in my life where things have just been going really, really good. I formed a new company, things had taken off, and one of the highlights was I got Entrepreneur Magazine did a spread on me. So they did put me in the article, they put me in the magazine, and I was just sitting at home. I was actually, sitting in my office, and I was reading that article, and I started to think about all the things that I'm grateful for, and just being thankful for the things that were going good, for my relationship, for the way the company's gone. And it really got me thinking about, where did this come from, you know? And one of the biggest things that I get really thankful for is Ray, because before I met him, I wasn't going on the right path. That's for sure. I was drinking a lot. Making $200 a week. I really didn't have any path or goal or direction in my life, and he was able to instill the tools and teach me the things that I needed to go off and do it on my own when I needed to. So to look back on the years that had passed, and I was able to implement those things that he had taught me, that they were still working, to look at that, hey, it's worked. It is weird because we talk about, you know, we don't know when we start imagining things and when that imagination becomes real. When we stop dreaming and that dream becomes real. And for me, that's where it's at now, that dream of being successful and doing something positive with my life, being an example for others to follow, being able to make Ray proud. You know, that's been one of my ultimate dreams throughout all this coaching and stuff, was one day I wanted to be able to say, Ray, look, we did it, bud. And I really feel like today I'm at that place, and so I was just really thankful at that time. I started Googling, started researching, trying to find Ray, and I'll be damn rage.com, and now we're in touch again. Well, as in Entrepreneur Magazine, my next goal is I want to be on the cover of Forbes magazine.
Forbes magazine.
I really want to have a $100 million company, and to be able to go from something very small, have an American company with USA made products, and take it to over $100 million company. And I don't see there's no reason in my mind at all that I won't be doing that.
That is fantastic. That's what you call setting your goals high. So, Forbes magazine, $100 million company. How long do you think it'll take for you to do that?
3 years.
Wow.
Wow.
3 years.
3 years of really pushing hard as I can. I think we'll develop that.
Where are you now? Where's the company right now in relationship to that benchmark?
We're at about 5 million right now in growth.
5 million?
But we're growing at about 25% rate every month.
25% a month?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and that's not even hitting on all cylinders yet. Now that I'm starting to implement a team and I'm getting my infrastructure, I got my general manager, shipping department, marketing team now. Now that we're starting to bring that together, I think it's only going to quantify and grow rapidly, a lot more rapidly after this. We're going to require some coaching to get to that $100 million mark, but I'm glad I found someone who can help.
So it's been a lot of fun.
I think having a mentor and coach is really, you can't put a price on it. It's something that if you want to be at the highest level, if you want to perform at the highest level, I believe you absolutely 100% have to have a mentor and coach, because the truth is we don't know. We don't even know what we don't know.
Right.
And until you get that mentor or coach to start enlightening you and start bringing you these tools, start teaching you and educating you on what you need to go to the next level, we're winging it, you know. I haven't gone to school, I haven't graduated college, and I haven't gotten that type of teaching to be able to run a business. The only business teaching that I've gotten has come from Ray and his mentorship, walking me through step by step how to form corporations, how to protect yourself, how to go to the next level, how to hire, how to implement these different systems. All that teaching came from Ray and to the Kirby, and after that I was able to keep searching and keep attending seminars, keep reading books, because with that foundation I don't know how to do it. So you have to be, humble enough to accept that you don't know, and be humble enough to go out and understand that there's people who do know out there, that all you have to do is open yourself up and get that and take that receiving and learn what they have. I think Ray Johnston, to sum it up, is always been helping people with expecting nothing in return. He goes out and he just gives of himself, and maybe he does it for the same feeling that I like, is when people feel good. I think he just goes out there and to change people's lives, to help them live a better life, to feel more better about themselves, feel more positive, to have a higher self-esteem. I think by seeing that results on the people is really what drives Ray. And that's one of the things I've always noticed, is that he's constantly going out there, and anytime there's an issue, if there's something that he can help with, he just dives in and he plays full out and gives all his entire heart for it.